What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this I'm going to give you guys a very brief update on what's happening with the markets right now. I'm going to keep this one very short just to let you guys know what's happening in the pre-market. Before I break anything down, let me just mention that I am not a financial planner, and also don't forget about the Webull link. The offer ends in just 8 days. Deposit any amount of money and you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks worth up to $3,000 each. Anyways, when it comes to the market, SPY is down about 0.28% as of right now. We have a bearish cross on the PPO for now. Momentum is a little bit strong on the bearish side to start us off. But don't forget, this is also going to depend heavily on some important data. So the market's going to open, at least where I am, it's going to be like 6:30 a.m. 15 minutes after the market opens, okay, at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time, we have the PMI data coming out. The market's going to react to this, so it could cause the market to get a nice bounce, or it could cause something very different. Expect lots of volatility in the first 15 minutes. Then 15 minutes after that, at about 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, we have the new home sales, manufacturing data, and a bunch of other important pieces of data involving shipments and manufacturing. The market's going to react to this again, so make sure you guys are ready. Expect lots of volatility for the first 13 minutes, specifically the first 15 minutes to the next 15 minutes moving forward. So that's what you have to watch for. As far as the news goes, many treasury yields have been going up after the things Janet Yellen said, and also because of the debt ceiling, they rose to about 3.75%. The 2-year yield is up combined to 4.39%. That's part of why the market's slowing down a bit. And as far as what the market's doing, it is dropping just a little bit in a very healthy manner. This isn't like too significant. And so far it's holding up okay. But now we're going to be looking at the debt ceiling. What's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with Joe Biden? And I also want to add that McCarthy said he's going to be meeting with Biden every day until they get something done. And right here, the headline says that they've had some productive talks so far, but no deal has been made. So the way that goes is the longer they drag it out, the worse it's going to be for the stock market. But if they give us a deal between now and the end of May, within the next week, a little bit over that, the market's going to get a big spike initially. So at any given moment, the market could get a big rally to the upside if there's the announcement that the debt ceiling is closed, the deal is closed. They have a deal to raise the debt ceiling. That's going to be bullish. So we're still waiting for that. But for now, let's assume that they don't finish it just yet. What's going to happen to the markets? We're going to gap down on SPY, and that's going to open a big gap to the upside. And typically we like to fill these gaps. However, we have to bounce first. On the 30-minute time frame, we have a bearish cross on the PPO. Momentum is very strong in favor of the bears for now, and we're going to be looking for a potential bounce somewhere within this rally. Now, the next area I'm going to be looking for is this imbalance, like right here. We do have this 415 support if 417 does not hold us, and we're currently at about 417.5 or around there. So make sure you guys watch that carefully. On the 30-minute time frame, also don't forget about where the 200 EMA happens to be. This is going to be a strong support right here, 416, then 415. After that, there's 417 flat, so 417, 416.4, then 415 around that zone are some very strong supports. And then if we do bounce off any of them, don't forget that this is going to act as resistance is 417.48, and then we have the gaps. Then we have the gap all the way up above if we do end up making our way up. For the QQQ, bearish cross on the PPO, it's coming down, but it's still only at like 336. It's still holding up nicely. This is not too bad. The 200 EMA happens to be all the way down to 333. And then we also have this imbalance around 331. So make sure you watch those two major supports, followed by 335. So 335, 333, and 331 around those zones. If it bounces, there's this gap above. Don't forget, we could always try to make our way up. If we break above the 50 EMA, there's a good chance we'll try to fill this gap. Okay? And finally, for Tesla, it's gapping down quite a bit. It's down almost $2 in the pre-market. There is another bearish cross as well. Make sure you watch the 30-minute MACD. That's going to be very important to tell you the trend. So far, the trend's a little bit more bearish, but we're going to be watching support at the 50 EMA, followed by, the 200 is much lower. I don't see it dropping that low, but don't forget we have potentially 180, then 185, and then 186, around that zone right over there. I think the strong support is going to be around the 50 EMA for now. So watch that carefully on the 30-minute time frame. If it breaks below that, then there is a risk of it dropping a little bit lower. But for now, it all depends on the PMI data and other factors like that. I'm still optimistic for Tesla. It had a very strong amount of momentum yesterday, so a slight pullback is fine. I'm going to be watching for a bounce on it. Anyways, guys, that's what I have for this one. Thank you all so much for listening. Get ready for the pre-market. Get ready. And don't forget about the debt ceiling. The news will affect the markets. Thank you and peace out.